That's what I would take it as. The language, that, hey, I got to talk about this, because this is an emergency. And, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And guess what? They all was thinking about it where you could hear them thinking. Right? I mean, you could hear them thinking, that's right. I had a piece of this. I was wondering about this and I was wondering about that, right? And now here it is. It's put together right away. And I know how they were feeling. And that's why it was almost silence. And then after, the way they addressed me was like very honorific. Well, we see that that means that they caught it, and it was being addressed as almost like Ayatollah Clarence or something like that. Think about it. No, that's right. I mean, I'm just saying, if I misinterpret what I'm hearing, just let me know. I didn't see it like that. Okay. And that's the stage that we're in right now. Okay. Now, back to this team in and team out stuff. And I don't like it like this, but their team is going out. And when we talk about that team, we have talked here literally hundreds of times. We have laughed at when so-and-so was kept back at home and everybody else, Soleimani and all, or not Soleimani, but the other big officials went to Syria. And they left him here with who? With the white lady and all of them. And it was burning them up. They left us here with them. Well, they were saying, that's your home, folks. You wanted them, keep them. Right? That's exactly what they were saying. That's why it was a little uproar. I'm going to quit and I'm going to do this and I'm going to... don't be a bad sport. Then, a short time later, certain things come out in the media. So-and-so said such and such, so-and-so da-da-da-da-da. It was only a few months ago. And that blows the election. You don't know exactly how the stuff gets out, but you don't know everybody who's on a certain team. You know what I mean? And you may do an interview with brother so-and-so and sister so-and-so, and they might be secretly on the Rahbar's team. Or what they hear is so upsetting that this is too important for me to keep quiet about, right? And they might take that tape to somebody, and pretty soon that tape is all over the world, right? For the people that need to hear. And then you might hear the exact same things that you knew all the time. Why they kept them there with Medea Benjamin. Why all of them. See, there's a whole clique that has power, that are in pocket. And there was a time when they wielded that power, like, yeah, we gonna do this. There are people who were sympathetic all the time to the greens and all of the whatever the colors they are. You remember the greens? Okay. There are people who are under house arrest now and been there under house arrest all the time. You know, what? You have the ex-president under house arrest for 15 years? Good God Almighty. Why is that? Ooh, you haven't heard nothing from Khatami in a long time, right? Okay. Dialogue of Civilizations. He meant dialogue with the government, dialogue with, a moderate, a bootlicker. Okay. Some people want to kiss behind no matter what you do to them. And that's one of the big struggles that goes on right now. That there's a crew that you could see who they are. And it's sad about what they did here in the U.S. and what they was doing in Iran and the games they were playing. Remember when I couldn't remember my name almost, and they was saying, Hashimi, Hashimi, Marzia, Hashimi. Remember that? That's okay. Optimism. That means every one of the guys here, or people here that had a demonstration down at the Daftar, everywhere they had them, they had those so wouldn't nobody pay attention to what happened to me. Yeah, that's exactly what that was. And everybody knows it. Because I went over out here to Manassas it was the last time I went to one of them. And they said, we're having a program for the anniversary of the revolution. If this happened, if I was in the hospital over here in the first month of January and all of that year, and by the time the anniversary of the revolution, which they had a program late out in Manassas, so they said, would you come out? But I was still a little, I went out anyway. And they were actually playing this, all the people I've been knowing for decades. Several years ago, we love you, we love you, we love you. When what's the name is coming over here with his movie, they had the programs here in the Masjid. We love you, we love you. Imam Musa, we love you. It's okay. The only thing about it that I told them, I said, usually when people do that, they're getting ready to stab you in the back from the dunya. I love you. See, yeah. And of course, you're right. When people, anyway. So, everything had to transpire and happen. And when people think that their team is winning, a lot of little stuff come out of them. We're going to take this off. So then they almost get arrogant. And that's what happened during that period. We're going to do this, we're going to do that. Okay, fine. We got it, everything in pocket. We don't do that. We don't do it when we're I don't hate to say in power or out of power. Because a lot of people would think, oh, the nigga now talking that jive because his homeboys is in. The principalist or whatever they're talking about. Because see, they stick you in a thing whether you like it or not. You can't tell them, I'm for the Walayati Faqih. Well, that means you're with them, because we technically, we would rather have somebody else. We don't really want Walayati Faqih. And do you know that 95% of the Shias here in America don't believe and don't want Walayat Faqih? The fat cats live up there on Churchill, Queen Stroll, right around there. An Afghan Shia Sheikh live right up the street. I mean, a pretty elevated Sheikh, right around the corner. You want us to come by and teach classes? No. As soon as I said no, they bought him a spot out there in the woods. Yeah, the next day almost. I'm just telling you what goes on. Don't make me no difference. And the Negroes that were swimming around here, all of a sudden, they done dropped out of here with everybody that dropped out, but one drops in over there, as if you don't know what it means, you know. Good behavior, everybody has shown through their behavior who they are. That's what longevity does. You give them time, they're going to show who they are. So Marziya Hashimi showed who she was. Because when I was in Iran, I saw what they did. The crew, when they were taking me around giving lectures, and so gave a speech at the Sisters University, and I accepted Islam in Imam Musa's Masjid. And I said, yeah, that was 1982. 1982. Suppose you know who's who in 1982. And you don't say that in all that time. And everything makes sense. That's what hey, longevity is important. That's why we use that word all the time. Okay, anyway, I'm going to try to speed up. World-class movement, we are a world-class movement. Okay, things will change a little bit within the next period. It's like we will have access to to certain things, you know, and that's fine. Okay. But see, we've already voiced some of our opinions. Okay, things are happening so fast now that, can you turn the air off just for 1 second? That we have a serious thing that we have to do now. We don't have like before, a few months back, take your time, longevity and all of that. But now you can tell you don't know how the time is moving. But all we know is that here's a certain season. Not only the big floods in China, fires in California, floods in Florida, the whole show. And each time they're bigger and bigger and bigger. You see what I mean? Okay. So that means the earth is a living organism, therefore it's in rebellion against the human being. The earth is saying, hey man, you messing with me too long. I ain't putting up with this. If you just did a little bit, it'd be okay. But now you done threw the whole thing off. That don't mean that we are isolated and all alone. When you do research, when we talk about ships on the ocean cleaning up, there are some groups of people doing that already. When you talk about cleaning up rivers, there's some people working on it. There's beach cleanup. But it's not big enough to take care of. This has to be national governmental project. The government of the United States, the governments of the world have to organize their people to solve these problems. And the sooner the better. Okay, because we don't know each thing when they burn down some trees, right? Well, that puts more carbon in everywhere because the trees storing carbon, right? So they burning the trees, so there's more carbon. The more carbon up there, the more greenhouse effect, and the more droughts over here and floods over here. And that's how many 100-year floods have we had in the last 5 years? Every one of them have been what they call a 100-year flood. 100-year fires, if you ever read about the 1910 blaze, boy, that was a big blaze out west.